Hey all, it's PuckHead here, and tonight is the eve of the big day where we finally open the U.S. Team Beachbody coaching opportunity to Canada. So this is a huge deal, and first off the bat, we want to make sure that people know that we aren't officially opening Team Beachbody in Canada yet. That's still in the final processing. We hope that occurs first quarter of next year. But what we're doing is we're allowing Canadian citizens to become U.S. coaches, just kind of like a little trial offer. And the concept here is we're going to let um, the ambitious Canadian folk who start with the U.S. coaching opportunity right now basically determine who are going to be the founding coaches in Canada. So if you can get a jump start on the opportunity when it goes to Canada, you're going to have 3, 4, 6 months to work this business just as a normal U.S. coach would. And the main difference is you're going to get paid in U.S. dollars and not Canadian dollars for this first initial period. But this opportunity starts tomorrow. So several things that I want to mention about that is, number one, first of all, the difference in becoming a U.S. Canadian coach or just a pure Canada coach, and that's the biggest thing we want to mention right off the bat, and what that entails, and largely that's getting paid in U.S. dollars. But the next thing I want to mention is, you know, what are the things that you should think about when you do choose whose organization you go with, and if you've been working with a coach, you're a Canadian citizen, you've been working with a coach for a while now, by all means, the best thing to do, and you've got a great relationship, everything's working out well with you, they've helped you achieve the fitness results you want. The best thing is to honor that person by becoming a member of their team. Now, one of the arguments that I hear over and over again, because I've been doing this now for 5 years, so we have some staying power in the business, and I guess that's one thing I would encourage people to look at. If you're starting with a new coach, there's a little bit of a danger in, is that coach going to be around in a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 5 years from now? And if they've been around for a long period of time, that implies that they're going to be around for a future period of time as well. So that's something that should reassure you. Now, if it's a new coach, we don't know that this is truly their passion yet, and so maybe they will be around a few years from now, maybe they won't. So that's something to consider. And what happens if you're with a coach now who quits? Well, then now your team and your whole business cannot be moved in the future, but you're going to roll up and basically be associated with a new coach, which maybe you do or do not know. And that could be a little bit strange, and I've seen some businesses go astray because now they have to deal with a different person. So it helps to be with somebody that's going to be around. The second thing is going with a well-established coach or somebody that does a lot of business can really help your business in the long run. And the way and reason that works is the vast majority of the way that you'll make money in this business going forward, and I can say this because I've been doing this for 5 years, is through team cycle bonuses. And the way a team cycle bonus works is that when you start building your business, it's going to look something like this, like a pyramid. Maybe when I say pyramid, people get, oh no, pyramid scheme. Pyramid scheme, the definition of that is when you get paid to enroll somebody into an opportunity like this without the exchange of goods or services. So we've got an entire legal team that is working on making us a legal multi-level marketing plan and not an illegal pyramid scheme. But saying that, this does look like a triangle, right? And so the way that you get paid is when one of your sides does $200 in business. So I'm just going to write $200 on one side here, and the other side does $100 in business. So in this case, this side's bigger, so I'm going to assume this is a $200 side. This side's smaller, so this is the $100 side. And really, all that you need in order to start doing this is you have to find 2 coaches to put on your team as well. So as soon as you've signed up 2 coaches directly that you've found, you can start earning bonuses off your entire team. So how would you get other members on your team that you didn't enroll yourself? Well, other coaches up here will help to enroll coaches in your downline. And so the way that I build my business is very similar to this. If I'm a coach above you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to help build coaches on one side of your organization. So what you'll find is that this long leg gets stronger over time because your upline coaches are adding to your team. So if this is 200 on this side and 100 on this side, we're basically going to help you to build 2/3 of your business. So every time you sell $300 worth of products, 200's coming from this side that we help you build. You really only have to build 1/3 of your business to make your business as profitable as possible. And this is why it makes sense to join a successful team. So the only way that you can ever judge anything is based upon results. So I can't promise to you what your results are going to be in this business, but what I can do is predict future performance based on previous results. So what are the previous results of my team? And I think that's important to ask, and to ask the person that you're dealing with. So what I can tell you is, if you were to sign up now, and I'll put that by drawing this line right here, and now it is October of 2012. What I've seen in my teams is, if you sign up here in October of 2012 and we go forward a year in time, so we go down to October of 2013. What typically happens in my team is, in this year's time, you're going to add a huge number of coaches in the team, if you're doing the business or not. So this literally is building 2/3 of your business for you. So what are the results based upon past performance? Well, typically for my team, on a strong leg like this, what you're going to see is, you're going to see 100 plus new coaches a year and $10,000 in product volume. So over the course of a year, you can imagine you're adding 100 coaches to your team and $10,000 worth of volume. So now, if we use this ratio above, 200 to 100, how much income can I actually earn if 2/3 of my business is doing $10,000 in volume? And that's a pretty simple thing to come up with here. So I'm just going to look through the computer here and find my calculator, because although I'm an engineer, I'm not perfect at doing numbers. Jeff to the rescue. So if we take 10,000,
catching up. 10.5.8. There you go.
now we're going to divide that 10,000 by the amount of volume that you need on a strong leg. So again, I told you that was 200, so divide that by 200. What that's going to mean is, after a year's time, that's going to allow you to do about 50 cycles per week. So 50 cycles times, let's say you've gone up only to an emerald rank, $14 is $700 per week. So here is a set model for you to earn around $700 per week, simply by getting in a position on a team who has good growth. And the only way to predict future performance is based upon past results, which we can show and give you. This is what it would lead to. Now, in order for you to do that, just to be fair and honest, you're actually going to have to do some volume on that other leg. So if we're doing 10,000 points, or basically volume points, or your team is selling $10,000 worth of wholesale value in products per week, what would I have to do on this side in order to achieve that $700? Well, there's two things. Is you would have to do some volume, and based upon this 2-to-1 ratio, you would have to create a team that can sell $5,000 worth of volume per week. Now, does that sound like a big number? Does that sound hard? And yes, maybe it does or can. But if you figure that either I can enroll one person on this side that does 5,000 per week, or I can enroll 10 people that does 500 per week, or 100 people that just do 50 volume points per week. And so you can see how it easily becomes an achievable number based upon the number of people that you recruit from your team. Now, the other thing that you would have to do to achieve that number of $700 per week is maintain a rank. And this is maybe something that other coaches will or won't tell you, but because we've got a lot of experience in this, and several people refer to me as the genealogy professor or something of that nature, because I'm really good at these numbers. After doing it for 5 years, you have to get some comfort level with doing this. So if we're going to try to earn $700 per week, what rank would we have to be to do that? Well, and there's a system for this. So as an Emerald level coach, you can earn $250 per week. As a Ruby level coach, you can earn up to $1,000 per week. And as a Diamond level coach, you can earn up to $2,000 per week. So I've just done that here with Emerald, Ruby, and Diamond. 250 is your max as an Emerald, 1,000 would be your max as a Ruby, and 2,000 would be your max as a Diamond. So because we figured this numbers, all you would have to do is maintain a rank of Ruby in order to get that $700 per week. To become a Ruby, you need a minimum of 4 coaches on your team, 2 of which would have to be Emerald. So that's 6 coaches total, plus an extra 2. So a total of 8 coaches on your team. You get up to $5,000, 5,000 volume points on your weak leg in the course of a year. We're going to add approximately 10,000 to your strong leg per year. You're at $700 a week. So after 5 years of experience in this business, that's pretty simple for me to know. Hopefully you've been able to understand it. But if not, again, the things that I want to talk to you about are the importance of joining a team that's going to be around. You can only judge that based upon past results and past history in the company. And joining a team that's going to put growth under you. If you don't join a team that's going to add those kind of numbers to your volume, then it's all upon you to recruit enough people to do not only the 5,000 on one side, but also the 10,000 on the other side. So you're going to go from a team, maybe needing 10 coaches to do 500 a week, to a team of 30 coaches that each need to do 500 a week. And which is easier, to get a team of 10 or to get a team of 30? So really that's the opportunity that exists with several of the coaches that are out there that have experience in this business. Talk to the coach that you're considering joining with. Ask about volume and ask how many coaches that they've added to a particular leg, the leg that you're going to be placed in per year. And that's really what you can predict to happen the next year. I'm putting my numbers out on the table because I've done this enough to know and predict what's going to happen. So hopefully, if that sounds like a match for you, if we kind of mentally connect on the same level, you're interested in making this a profitable business for you, and you enjoy a little fitness now and again, maybe we're the right team for you. And you can become a member of my team by sending me a message, reaching out to me, giving me a phone call, text message, 678-361-4140, or simply by going to http://coach.puckhead.org. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for your time.